Hello everyone. In this particular lesson, we're going to be looking at income statement adjustments and particularly rent. It's not a full income statement presentation, but it's just an adjustment on income statement. Right, I'll do different adjustment one by one several times, so that at least you are aware of the forms that it comes in. So just do income statement adjustment, rent income, one format, the way it comes, then the other one there until we finish all of them. But I'll do them one by one so that I don't spend much time on it. Right, going into the statement or the question. It says calculate the correct net profit after tax. The financial year ends 29 February. So what you are required to do is calculate the correct profit. Right, and the year ends 29 February 2020. And the net profit was 1,810,404 before the following adjustments were consideration. So one of the adjustment that was was not done in calculating the net profit was rent income. So in this particular question, you won't be doing the full income statement. You'll be just adjusting, calculating the correct net profit, because they would have calculated the net profit, but without making certain adjustments, and you are given those adjustments. So the net profit was calculated to be 1,810,404, right? And you needed to adjust for certain adjustment, and one of them is rent. Then it says rent income received amounted to 94,608. That was received, right? So that means you already received 94,608. It included rent for March and April 2020. The rent was increased by 15% on 1 January 2020. Right, breaking this apart, this is what you need to know. Right, your financial year is 12 months. Right, so if the financial year is 12 months, this particular year, since it's ending on 29 February 2020, that will be the 12th month, right? But I received rent for March and April 2020. So that means rent was received, rent for 94,608 is for 14 months. Right, the reason, because you have to add 12 months end on 29 February 2020, then you have the other extra 2 months. Right, then the other thing that we have to take into account, the rent wasn't the same throughout. It increased from the 1st of January by 15%. So we need to account for that. So in order for us to calculate that, this is what we're going to do. Rent before any increase, right, is assumed to be 100%. That is, for how many months was it 100%? That's 10 months, because rent was increased on 1 January. That means it was two months before the end of the financial year. That was January, February, was 2 months, so times 10 months. This will give you 1000%. Then rent was 115%. For the other months, remember calculating for 14 months, right? So rent was 115% for 4 months, which will give you 460. right? Then the total you get 1416. So our concern, what we want to calculate, we don't want to know this particular amount because we're not going to adjust that particular amount. The amount that we want to adjust for is this one here. That's the amount that we're concerned about. So what we do is we take this amount that we want to calculate. Remember, this is the total amount that we're going to get out of this. It will be rent for 4 months. Then what we do is we say 460 divided by 1460. That's basically proportioning, if you know proportionate, right? Then times the total amount of rent, which is 94,608. That will give you that's 94,416 divided by 1460 times 94,608. That will give you 29,808. So this is rent for 4 months. This was rent received from January, from January to April, right? Total rent received for January to April for 4 months. But what we need to adjust for is for these 2 months that we received in advance. So basically, what you do is you divide this by 4. Right? If you divide it by 4, you get 7,452. That's for monthly, right? Then we need to adjust for 2 months. So multiply this by 2, then you will get 14,904. So in a normal income statement adjustment, right? Let's say you are doing the complete income statement adjustment. Your other incomes, and other incomes, we have the following. Let me first finish this one, then I'll do the normal one. So in this case, what you do is you have for this question, right? You have your net profit of 1,810,404. Then we have rent adjustment of 14,904, which you're going to subtract. Then it will include other adjustment as you go. But then if now it's in terms of you know, the normal income statement, you come on rent income and other operating incomes. That will be rent income. Then you leave 94,608 minus 14,904. Then from this amount you get your total. That will go under other operating incomes. So that's how you're going to do it if it's a full question. But this one, you just needed to adjust the net profit, so you will use this format here, because you're adjusting the net profit was calculated already. So that's how you do adjustment for rent. This is the simplified version. If you are good enough in math, you can do the equation, right? But this is the simplified version, is to get the same number of marks.